Dave loves his sleep. Not that he's getting much. But because at Energia, we power all the streetlights in Ireland, we're the power behind Dave's latest night drive that's helping little Amy nod off. Finally. And because we also power Dave's home, we're the power behind the warm welcome from his electric blanket when he gets back. If he gets back. Energia, the power behind your power.
Okay, to celebrate the positivity a club can bring to its community, we have teamed up with Energia, who are the power behind Irish Rugby, Leinster and the Energia All-Ireland League, to bring you a new feature called the 4 Powered Provinces of Ireland, brought to you by Energia, who are Ireland's greenest energy supplier.
Energia want to inject positive energy into rugby from the national and provincial teams right through to grassroots. So each week we're going to put an Irish club under the spotlight to show the positive impact a club can have on the community and all of its members. Think Graham Norton's Red Chair, where we get someone from your club to tell us about the positive energy from the club and how fabulous it is. And of course, any stories that make us laugh along the way are most welcome.
Cool. This week, we are delighted to say that we're focusing on Tallaght Rugby Football Club, and to do so we are joined by Tallaght club member and player Mr. Tony McManus. Tony, how are we doing?
Paz, how are you?
I'm great. How are you?
Good. Not too bad, yeah. Good.
So Trimby and you have been doing a bit of flirting all week on the text and back and forth.
Flirting online.
Yeah.
I think Tony poked me and swiped right.
Is this how it started? Did it start with a poke?
Yeah, Tony got in touch actually a while before we started this feature because he wanted to give a shout out to Tallaght and all the good work being done there. So perfect opportunity. Tony, tell us what's so special about Tallaght. Why? Tell us all about the club.
Basically, the club was set up in 2002, actually by the IRFU. It was set up on a project called the Tallaght Project, where the IRFU were trying to get into obviously non-traditional rugby playing places. So it was predominantly set up as a youths club. So for the first 4 years, it was just youths teams. And then I think in 2016, we got our first men's team. And we've kind of just kicked on from there.
And were you there right from the start, Tony?
I did play youths. I didn't come into the senior setup till probably about 2008, I think.
You're a founding member, a founding penguin.
Yeah,
are you a penguin,
probably,
by the way?
I would call it that. I'd call myself probably more of a ball than a penguin.
Both equally important.
Exactly.
Tell us, what's the club like now? What kind of age groups do you run, and how many teams do you get out?
Yeah, we've 2 senior men's teams at the minute. So we've first and second team. We've a women's senior team. We've about 150 kids playing youths, minis, girls and boys.
Brilliant. And what level are the senior teams at? What are the men and the women's teams?
We were playing Junior Metro up to this year. We were Junior Metro 6 and Junior Metro 11, which would be the bottom of the league. It's basically just the development league.
Yeah.
And the first team this year stepped up in the Leinster League. So it's obviously a pathway into AIL.
Brilliant. And you're still playing?
Still hanging in there.
Yeah. You're 35, did you say?
35.
You're coming into your prime as a tight head.
Yeah. Play across the whole front three at this stage.
I was talking to Mike Ross recently, and he said the worst part of retiring is that he was only getting into his stride when he got to like 36, 37 as a front rower, that it really takes that time to develop. Are you kind of similar?
I don't know, 10 odd years as a junior rugby prop takes it out. And the old hips are starting to get a bit stiff.
Tony, tell us about that moment whenever the RFU ran the Tallaght project and they came in. Had you much exposure to rugby, and was it as dramatic as I like to imagine that they presented some amazing the try scored against Australia in the World Cup in '91, was it, or something? Some amazing moment in Irish rugby, and you just fell in love with the sport.
Well, to be honest, I had no idea. I never played rugby till I was about 13, till the IRFU came into school. but I was more of a GAA man at that stage, which all Tallaght men nearly are at this stage. But when they came in, I just fell in love with they came into the school and I just fell in love with the game during PE, and I just said, this is my game, and kind of took a step back from GAA.
And that was it. It was one or the other.
That was it. Yeah, it was one or the other.
Yeah.
I found that it was easier to hurt people in rugby than in the GAA.
Well, that is exactly the spirit that we're trying to capture in this particular feature.
Well, it's pretty clever from the RFU, I suppose, because when I think of Tallaght, I think it does go hand in hand with sport. There's so many footballers, soccer players, GAA players, and boxers, especially. I think would have come from Tallaght. Right? And what's the population of Tallaght? It must be huge.
Oh, it's huge. I think someone was telling me it's a bigger population than Limerick. Like, it's
wow.
Our catchment area is huge, but it's just, I think our facilities are holding us back at the minute.
Where do you play?
We have a training ground supplied by the council, but it's literally 2 containers. One is a kit container and the other one is a change room, and we've a couple of lights hanging off it. That's about it. So gets a bit muddy during the winter.
You got to go through it. Gee, we did it for long enough. We did it for long enough in Anacotti.
I know.
Cold showers and
well, at least we don't even have showers at this moment. We don't.
Okay.
We're hoping.
Okay.
That's our hope, is to keep pushing to get them facilities.
And Tony, how's everybody? How are you keeping in touch with everybody during lockdown with no rugby being played? And is there anything going on? Any quizzes or anything painful or anything positive?
There was a good bit of poker being played online. That's about it. Poker and Zoom chats. And
a fundraiser as well.
Yeah, we had a big
fundraising with poker.
We did a big fundraiser there I think it was about a month and a half ago now, where we were meant to run a relay race from Thomond Park to our home ground in Tallaght, but obviously with COVID it got cancelled the week before, I think, because Laois, Kildare and Offaly went into lockdown.
That's right.
So
you couldn't run. You couldn't run across the country.
No, so we decided we'd just do it around our pitch. So we did 24 hours running around the pitch. No, I didn't do much running, but
you just ran around the pitch for 24 hours. Holy shit! How many people?
There was 40 people altogether. I think we covered a little over 300 kilometers.
Oh my god!
And there was beer drank late into the night, I think, as well.
No doubt. So originally the plan was to run across Ireland to Thomond Park.
From Thomond.
Okay, to get back in Tallaght.
Yeah.
Where would you run? You're run up the N7. Is that what it's called? It's not the M7.
I think it was all back country roads. I think the lads had a route done out.
That's such a good idea.
Yeah.
How long was that going to take?
They had 24 hours to do it.
To run it.
Yeah, it was relay.
What?
Everyone was doing about 5k.
Yeah, geez, you do it, I suppose, if you got a bus load.
Yeah, I think we raised over 16 grand for a wear, so it was good.
And was that a fundraiser for the club for facilities or?
No, we did it for a wear for mental health, just because everything that was going on with COVID.
Fair play. Wow.
Great stuff.
Great.
Tony,
we got
what
a great
about
push from Donegal Callan and Alan Quinlan on it?
Oh, really? So they pushed it, as in they promoted it on Twitter. They didn't on
Twitter,
run.
And we had one of the lads was on Game On with Donegal and stuff like that.
Brilliant. That's great.
Yeah.
Tony, tell us about the vision or the ambition for the club. Are we going to look back and say it's going to be like an Irish kind of Exeter Chiefs, kind of rags to riches, and look back and we ran 300k around the pitch one night, and then 10 years later we won the European Cup? Are you thinking, like, realistically, are you hoping to get into the Energia AIL or what?
Yeah,
what's the vision?
That would be the dream. That would be the dream. I'd like to think in about 20 years I'll be that club haho saying I was there when we were playing in the shitty mud, and now you're playing Friday night under lights.
Yeah, all the spoiled brats giving off. You boys don't even know you're born. Yeah,
exactly. Now the dream is to get to AIL, I think.
Brilliant. Nice one.
I'd love to see it. It's great to see the game spreading far and wide and especially to places that have such a history of sports. So, look, we'll have to stop in sometime when we're up and
Yeah,
out
definitely.
doing our live shows or whatever. We get to Tallaght. Hopefully
We
might have.
had Dunners up a couple of months ago.
Did you?
Yeah, handing out jerseys. He was in our local watering hole that we use as a clubhouse.
Drinking water.
Yeah,
Yeah.
he got yeah.
We wouldn't drink water. We'd
No.
get stuck in. We'd get stuck in, lads.
Good.
Cordial.
Good.
Blackcurrant cordial.
All right, Tony. Thanks so much for coming on, man. We really appreciate it. And look, hopefully we'll get back in the pitch in the next couple of months, and keep growing the game in Tallaght. Fair play.
Thanks, lads.
Cheers,
Cheers,
man.
Tony.
Take it easy.
Great work. Thanks. Bye.